So this is our module 4th and we'll be starting off this. Now, before beginning, it is very important that you should understand what do you mean by cost of capital. Cost of capital is nothing but the minimum rate of return. Minimum rate of return that a firm must definitely earn on its investments so that the firm can satisfy its investors and the firm can maintain a minimum market value. So it is nothing but the minimum rate of return that every organization should earn on its investment. That is known as cost of capital. Now, when we talk about cost of capital, so the next important thing which we all have to know is what is capital? So now when we talk about capital, capital means from where all organization is taking money, from where all organization is getting money. So in capital structure, I guess you guys have done in your accounts. In capital structure, what all things we have? We have your equity shares. We used to write down preference shares. Okay, we used to write down retained earnings or reserves and surplus or return on equity. So this is retained earnings. Then we have debentures. So basically, if you remember, these are the four things which comes under the capital. Okay. Now, when I'm talking about cost of capital, means I have to find out the minimum rate of return which I should earn on these four things. Basically, on my equity shares, how much I should earn, on my preference share, how much I should earn, on retained earnings, how much I should earn, and on debentures, how much minimum rate of return I should have. Okay, so this was a theoretical concept. Now, starting off, we'll be doing a first calculation of cost of debentures. Okay, now, as I have told you, these are the four concepts because four things which come under capital. So, first of all, we'll be doing for debentures, and debentures are also known as debt. So, it is known as cost of debt. Basically, we call it as cost of debt. ठीक है अभी cost of debt what it is written as cost of debt is written as KD. K stands for cost of capital. Now because I am talking about debentures, so that is why I have written a small d and it is debt. Okay, now what is the formula to calculate cost of debt? Now, the formula to calculate cost of debt is R plus MV minus NP divided by N. This whole is divided by MV plus NP divided by 2 into 100. Does anybody knows about this thing? What does R signifies? What is MV? What is NP? Anybody?
No, ma'am.
Hey Bhagwan, you guys have done this chapter, no, in your class?
R is revenue.
R stands for, okay, now first of all, if I talk about debentures, what income do you give to debenture holders?
Interest, ma'am.
Yes.
Interest, ma'am.
So R stands for your interest. Okay. MV stands for your maturity value. NP stands for net proceeds. N stands for number of years. Okay. Now, R is your interest because debenture holders we are giving interest. So that is interest. I guess everybody understand about that. Now, when we talk about maturity value, now for understanding this, I need to explain you about the debentures first. Now, when we talk about debentures, can everybody please mute yourself because recording is going on, then it will be difficult. Okay, so now when we talk about debentures, there are many types of debentures, but we usually take two types of debentures when we consider. One is redeemable debentures, and the other is
Irredeemable.
irredeemable debentures. Now, what is the
तुम
basic difference between both of them is
खातोस काय?
redeemable debentures.
घाला की एक चमचा.
Now, when we talk about redeemable debentures are those debentures which have certain life. जो एक पर्टिकुलर लाइफ पर्टिकुलर टाइम पीरियड के लिए होते हैं, दैट इज नोन एज redeemable debentures, like 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 25 years, any number of years. They have certain life that is redeemable. And those debentures which does not have any life means it is for the uh, life of the existence of the organization. जब तक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन चलेगा तब तक डिबेंचर्स चलेंगे. ओके, so that is known as irredeemable debentures which does not have any life. Now when we talk about specifically irredeemable debentures, okay, I'm saying that irredeemable debentures have certain life. Suppose I'm saying the life is 10 years, for example. Okay, so what is a procedure? Redeemable debentures, what is a procedure? First, company will issue the debenture. ये कंपनी है, ये इन्वेस्टर है. First of all, what will happen is company will give debenture to investor. इस प्रोसेस को, this process is known as issuing of debentures. जब कंपनी डिबेंचर देती है, that is issue of debenture. When after 10 years, now life was 10 years, now after 10 years investor has to give back debentures to company. This process is known as redemption of debentures. When investor after the life period has to give back debentures to the company, it is known as redemption of debentures. Okay. Now, moving further, when we talk about issue of debentures, this issue of debentures can happen in three ways. In three ways, matlab, it can happen on par, it can happen on premium, it can happen on discount. Now, what does that mean? Suppose the face value of a debenture is 10 rupees. Something which is valued at 10 rupees and it is being sold also at 10 rupees, it is known as debentures are given at par. Something which has a value of 10 rupees but given in 11 rupees, it means we say that debentures are issued at a premium. Something which has a value of 10 rupees but it is given in 9 rupees, it is known as debentures are issued at a discount. Okay, so debentures can be issued at par, premium and discount, and similarly debentures can also be redeemed at par, premium, discount. मतलब जब investor after the 10 years are giving back debentures to company, they can also give at either par, either premium or either discount. Now is this concept clear? Par, premium, discount ka?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
and this happens issue and redemption happens only in redeemable debentures. Why? Because सिर्फ इन्हीं का ही life होता है. The life is only on redeemable debentures. इनका तो कोई life ही नहीं. There is no life. So for redeemable debentures only issue will happen, no redemption. क्योंकि वो कभी मरते ही नहीं है. They are always in existence. They will never die. So it is always issue happens in redeemable debentures, and here also issue can happen par, premium, discount. Any one thing it can happen. Okay. Before proceeding further, one more thing. It When we talk about redeemable debentures, it can be any combination. Matlab, it may happen that debentures are issued at par and redeemed at premium, or redeemed at discount, or redeemed at par itself. Similarly, debentures may be issued at premium and redeemed at par, premium, discount, anything it can be. And similarly, it happens with discount. Any combination can happen. Now, moving back to the formula. So this was a formula which I told you. Now, R is rate of interest, which will obviously given in the question. Percentage will be there. And please remember, R is always calculated on face value. जो हमने अभी 10 rupees I told you, no, if 10 rupees was a face value, R will always be calculated on face value. उसके बाद now next important thing is when we talk about the maturity value. Now, maturity value, as a name itself suggests that, says it that maturity matlab this redemption. After 10 years, जब redemption हो जाता है, when redemption happens of a debentures, this is known as maturity value. And I have told you that it can be matured, it can be redeemed even at par, premium, discount. So similarly, when I put the formula of maturity value, it can be either on par, it can be either on premium, it can be either on discount. So maturity value, we'll do three formulas for this. Suppose debentures are redeemed at par. Suppose debentures are redeemed at par. Then maturity value will be face value only. Okay. Suppose debentures are redeemed at premium. Then maturity value क्या होगा? Face value plus premium amount. Suppose debentures are redeemed at discount. तब maturity value क्या होगा? Face value minus discount amount. This is how we will calculate maturity value depending upon कि par पे हुआ है, premium पे हुआ, discount पे हुआ है. Any problem till here in calculation of maturity value?
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
No, ma'am.
ठीक है, तो moving further, next thing था उस formula में NP. NP stands for net proceeds. Net proceed मतलब income, inflow of cash which is happening. Total, how much cash, how much income you have got with the issue of debentures. Fine. ये होता है issue के time पे. Maturity value happened at the redemption time. This happens at the issue time. Now, similarly, I have told you when we issue the debentures, issue can also happen either at par, either at premium, either at discount. It can happen in any manner. Now, what is the formula of net proceeds if the debentures are issued at par? So if debentures are issued at par, formula of net proceeds become face value minus flotation cost. Anybody knows what is the concept of flotation cost?
No, ma'am.
Okay, I'll tell.
Charges
Ha. Flotation cost
need
is, see, when we
to issue.
issue debentures, suppose you are, and one more very important thing, guys, always think that you are company. You always have to think you are company. You are doing any chapter of FM, you are always a company. Don't think from investors point of view. तुम company हो, तुम्हें profit maximize करना है, cost minimize करना है. This is your task. Now, flotation cost is when companies issuing debentures to the public, company has to undergo various kind of expenses. Now, expenses may be printing expenses, debentures को print कराने का कोई expenditure they have incurred. Brokerage expenses. What is brokerage? I'll tell you. See,
Ma'am,
brokerage. Huh, tell
the
Chirag.
commission we give, ma'am, for like middlemen's, there will be no, ma'am, for
Yeah.
uh,
So
bringing the customers for them.
yes, yes. So
Will be.
it is company and investor. They don't directly deal with each other. There is always a broker in between, an agent, a middleman बोलते हैं उसको. So any middleman in between will be there. So some commission needs to be given to that broker, which is known as brokerage. So ये भी, it is an expense for the organization. तीसरा expense which can be there is underwriting commission. Now, anybody can tell me what do you mean by underwriting?
Ma'am, it is the cost incurred for subscription of these shares, ma'am. When we are unable to fulfill the limit,
Hmm.
like given by,
Hmm.
I mean,
Okay, very good.
SEBI,
So now
ma'am.
what is, yeah. So what is underwriting commission? I'll tell you in short. Every organization, every organization issues prospectus. Okay. In that prospectus, company writes that I will be getting 10 lakh rupees by issuing debentures to the general public. Okay, company says I will get 10 lakh rupees by giving debentures to the public. But public has not taken debentures. Public has not given 10 lakh rupees to the organization. तो अभी company क्या करे? Company has already told that this much 10 lakh capital I will take from debentures, but debentures are not issued. Company got only 6 lakh rupees from debentures. So what to do with the remaining 4 lakh? There are organizations which is known as underwriting organizations, or there are people those who are known as underwriters. What they do is they say that we guarantee you that the amount which is left over, which is not taken by public, the debentures which is not taken by the public, we will take that debentures and we will give you the remaining amount. So ये जो 4 lakh है, it will be given by the underwriters. Okay, and they will not guarantee like that. You have to give certain amount of commission on that also. So that underwriting commission which is given by the organization, that is also an expense for the organization. That is also known as a cost of the organization. तो ये सारी जो है different kind of expenses, it can be printing, it can be brokerage, it can be underwriting, or any other kind of expenses, if it is given in the question, that comes under the flotation cost. तो when net proceeds कितना होगा? If the debentures are issued at par, it will be face value minus flotation cost. Similarly, if debentures are issued at a premium, then debentures are issued at a premium, then what will be the net proceed? Face value plus premium amount minus flotation cost. Flotation cost हमेशा minus करना. And if it is issued at discount, then face value minus discount value minus flotation cost. So this is the formula to calculate net proceeds. Fine. Now one very important thing I want to tell, जो students हैं, they always get confused. जो flotation cost होता है, the flotation cost which is, it always comes under net proceed. सिर्फ net proceeds में flotation cost will come, We don't include flotation cost while calculation of maturity value. You can see here. I have not taken flotation cost. क्योंकि जब mature ही हो गए, when the debentures have died only, then why I have to do some flotation cost? Why I have to give printing or that all expenses? I don't have to do any expenses. Only when I have to sell the debentures, I have to make certain expenses. So that is why only in the net proceeds we'll be taking flotation cost. Now, as everybody understood, this was a formula. I have explained you the formula. So if you have understood, we'll do 2 questions quickly.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
ma'am.
So if you can see the Word file which I've shared with all of you regarding the this cost of capital. So let me take little hard question. One second. Okay, so let's do the first question. Now, first question, if you see, it is written that a company issues 12% debentures. Now, what do you mean by 12% here? Can somebody tell me?
12% is the interest, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Interest, ma'am.
So 12% is the interest here. So it says that a company issues 12% debentures of rupees 5 lakh. Now, what is 5 lakh?
Debentures amount, ma'am.
So 12% is your R. When I talk about 5 lakh was the face value of debenture. Repayable after 10 years. जब भी years given है, whenever this life, 5 year, 2 year, 1 year, 10 year, 20 year, when
Excuse me,
life
ma'am.
is
Excuse me, ma'am. Can you let me know the question number, ma'am?
one first question. Can I proceed, Chirag?
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
Yes.
Now one more thing, see, students have a doubt. They don't know whether the question is of redeemable debentures or question is of irredeemable debentures. So this is the sign to find out. जब भी life given है, whenever some life is given in the question, it means it is a redeemable debenture. जिसकी life है वो redeemable है. So 10 years is my N life है. After that they have given repayable after 10 years at a discount of 4%. तो डिस्काउंट है 4% का. And incur rupees 10,000 for underwriting, brokerage, etc. Or 10,000 rupees flotation cost is given that they have incurred certain expenses. Corporate tax rate is given as 30%. Tax given है 30%. And we have to calculate cost of debt capital. आपको KD निकालना है, cost of debt capital. ठीक है? Now first thing, we'll proceed now. First thing, we are doing the solution. Every time when you do, please write down the formula. So I know that it is my redeemable debentures. So redeemable debentures ka formula is this. This was a formula. R कितना होगा? R was my rate of interest. So R is
3,000.
always calculated on face
12%.
value. I told you. So face value was 5 lakh into 12%. Please somebody have calculator in hand so that quickly we can do it.
60,000.
60,000.
60,000. So R is my 60,000. I'll write down 60,000 plus They have not told anything about redemption. They have not told whether it is redeemable at par, premium, discount. They have not told anything. If nothing is given, then we always assume it has happened in par only. तो हम हमेशा यही assume करेंगे it has always happened at par. So maturity value कितना होगा is equal to face value. It will be 5
5
lakh
lakh.
only. Now calculation of net proceeds. Now it is said that it was issued at a discount of 4%. Okay, it means it was discount. So if you remember net proceed formula, if it happens, if it is issued at discount, this was a formula we did. Face value minus discount value minus flotation cost. Okay, और जो भी premium and discount percentage होता है, that is also calculated on your face value only. तो अभी net proceed का formula which we have to apply is face value minus discount value minus flotation cost. Face value कितना है 5 lakh. Discount value कितना है? It is 4%. So you will take 4% of 5 lakh only. Discount premium is also calculated on face value itself. So 4% of 5 lakh is 20,000
20,000.
20,000.
minus flotation cost. If flotation cost was given in percentage, then that is also calculated on face value. In this question, it is given rupees form only, so directly 10,000 minus कर देंगे. So 5 lakh minus 20 minus 10 gives you 4,70,000. ठीक है, तो net proceeds हो गया 4,70,000 divided by n was given in the question as कितना कहाँ गया years 10 years. So this is 10. Guys please bear with my writing, थोड़ा ज़्यादा ही बुरा है. So divided by, again maturity value is 5 lakh plus net proceed is 4,70,000 divided by 2 multiply by 100. अभी कोई इसको calculate करो what is the final answer. Now one more thing. अभी इसको calculate कैसे करना है? You have to always apply the BODMAS rule. First open this bracket, then open this bracket. उसके बाद add
12.9.
this thing, divide by this thing into 100. How much it is?
12.98.
So 12.98 percentage. It is our cost of debt. Now any problem till here? Tell me.
Ma'am, can you explain NP again? Calculating NP.
Only for this question. Formula is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now see, net proceeds. I have told you net proceeds can happen in par, premium, discount. Now in this question, it has happened on discount. So job net proceeds, when it happen on discount, the formula is face value minus discount value minus flotation cost. Now face value in the question was 5 lakh minus discount value in the question was 4%, and this percentage is always calculated on face value. So 4% of 5 lakh is 20,000 minus flotation cost. Flotation cost was given in the question as 10,000. So 5 lakh minus 20 minus 10,000 gives you how much? 4,70,000. तो इसीलिए net proceed is 4,70,000. Have you understood now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anybody else? Any other problem
Yes,
you
ma'am.
have?
Understood, ma'am.
Okay. Now one thing is, when we talk about this cost of capital, whether it is debentures or whether it is shares or whether it is retained earnings, we always have to calculate after tax cost of capital. Understanding? We always need to calculate after tax. हमें हमेशा after tax cost of capital लेना है. Now, what you have calculated this 12.98, it is actually before tax. We have to make it after tax. Now I'll tell you how to make it after tax. Now guys, there are two types of formula which is applied in different books. I will teach both the formulas. There is a reason behind that. Why? Because those who are BCom graduates or BBA graduates, they would have already done this concept, so they will get confused. So that is why I'm doing both the concept. दोनों formula बताती हूँ आपको. Now this is actually your KD, which is before tax. Now if I want to find out my KD after tax, if I want to find out KD after tax, so what I'll do is I'll do KD before tax multiply by 1 minus T. T stands for tax rate. ये समझ आया? This
Yes, ma'am.
12.98 is KD before tax. I want to calculate KD always after tax. हमें हमेशा after tax निकालना है. So there are two methods to calculate. One method is first you calculate KD before tax, then multiply it with 1 minus T. Now in this question, if we do it, KD before tax कितना है? 12.98. Multiply by 1 minus, your tax rate was 30%. So 30% will be written as 0.30. तो कितना आंसर आएगा?
9.086.
So it is 9.086%. This is how we calculated KD
After tax.
after tax. Is this understood, guys? Have you understood this concept?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
this is
ma'am.
one formula. I don't know what you guys have done in your undergraduate, but this is also one formula. Now maybe I'll tell you what you guys have done in your undergraduates. There's other formula, that is when you are writing R here, no? With that R, write down 1 minus T. Okay, the formula becomes, if I am taking, I have to always take after tax. So what is the formula for KD? The formula actually little bit change. With R, I will write 1 minus T plus MV minus NP divided by N. This whole divided by MV plus NP divided by 2 into 100. This is a formula. This is after tax formula of cost of capital. इसको कैसे निकालेंगे? R you guys have calculated as 60,000. Now 60,000 into 1 minus 0.30. 30 was tax. So 0.30. This is my one bracket plus maturity value we calculated as 5 lakh. Net proceeds we calculated as 4,70,000. This whole divided by N was 10, divided by 5 lakh plus 4,70,000 divided by 2 into 100. इसका आंसर कितना आएगा? If I do this 60,000 multiplied
It
by,
comes around 9.27, ma'am.
okay, let me just do it for students. If I solve this, it becomes 42,000 plus 30,000
3,000.
it becomes 3,000 divided by
4,85,000.
7.
4,85,000 into 100. So it becomes 45,000 divided by 4,85,000 into 100. It becomes 9.27. So these are the two methods through which we calculate KD after tax. There will be little difference of points in the answers of both the formulas. Little difference hoga. Both the formulas are correct. Don't worry about that. Any formula you can use. One is you can directly use this formula itself. You can directly use this formula. This formula will give you after tax cost of capital only. Okay, or you can also do is, if you're not writing this, you can calculate first KD before tax and multiply by 1 minus T. Whichever is fine with you, we can proceed it with the same formula. Abhi you tell me which formula I should proceed. ताकि एक ही करेंगे, you will not get confused.
Ma'am, the first one was simple, ma'am. We can find it in single step now.
But in the first was only disadvantages. Don't forget, sometimes students what they do is they just calculate before tax and they forget to multiply by 1 minus T. So you should not forget it.
Okay, ma'am.
That is the only disadvantage in the first formula. Now is this fine? Abhi, we should proceed further now.
Yes, yes.
So this is one question. I'll do just one more question. Let me see some typical questions.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Tell me.
No, small doubt, ma'am.
Tell me.
Ma'am, like, what is the difference between the KD and the rate of interest we pay to them?
What is the difference between KD and rate of interest what we pay to them?
Yeah.
KD means your cost of capital. So KD means the minimum amount of return which I have to earn on my debentures. Okay, and R, when we talk about R, is a rate of interest. Interest I am giving to my debenture holders. I am company. So KD means I wanted to know how much I should earn, and R is how much I should pay to my debenture holders.
Okay.
Now, one doubt which I was expecting that some students should ask, what is the difference between the two formulas which I told you? Can somebody tell that?
We are multiplying this 1 minus T.
Is it something like how much we the percentage of how much we earn before paying tax and after paying tax?
Yeah, that is the difference between KD before tax and KD after tax. So
Yeah.
that is a difference, like KD before tax tells us that how much we should earn before tax, and KD after tax tells us how much we should earn after tax. Now the difference between the, yeah, tell me.
Here we are directly reducing from the interest only, ma'am. From interest we are reducing the tax.
Yes, because we are paying the interest. So what we will do, koi bhi organization, no organization will pay tax from their own pocket. They will take tax from actually the interest only. The interest amount is taxable amount. Okay, the one second, my screen went. The interest amount which we pay on the debenture holders, it is always a taxable amount. That is why in this formula what we have done is we have taxed their return only. We have taken tax on their return, their interest which we are giving to them. This is we have done in this formula. Previous formula, we calculated the entire cost of debt, and from the entire cost of debt only we have subtracted the tax. So this was the difference between the two after tax formulas which we have done.
Ma'am, so basically it's like from the first one we paid from our pocket, and in the
Yes.
second one we deduct
From
is
the
from the
interest
interest.
itself. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if you have the questions, see question number 7th. Okay, question number 7th has 3 options. So this is one more question. Let's do. Okay. Now, question number 7th says that Modern Suiting Limited is deciding to issue 30 lakh debentures. So 30 lakh debentures is the face value of debentures. Then they have given 11% debenture. तो 11% हो गया उनका R. 11% debentures of rupees 1000 each. Now this is also where students get confused. Now can you tell me what is the difference between, what is this 1000 first of all? 1000 क्या है question में?
Face value, ma'am.
Okay, then what is 30 lakhs?
That is the total capital required,
Total
ma'am.
amount,
1000 is
ma'am.
the debenture which we have to issue, and 30 rupees the per debenture.
So it is rupees 1000 is your per debenture cost, and rupees 30 lakhs, when I am talking 30 lakhs is the total debenture cost. Total debentures means how much will be the total debenture? If it is 30 lakhs, it means I have issued
3,000
3,000.
debentures.
3000 debentures. Okay. So 30 lakh is also face value, 1000 is also face value. You can do any way. The question can be done in any manner. I will do in both the manner. We will get the same answer. Students क्या करते हैं? They'll take, some things they will take 30 lakhs and some things they will take on per debenture. You should not do like that. Either solve the entire question on 1000 or either solve the entire question on 30 lakhs. अभी I'll tell you how to do it. ठीक है, अभी क्वेश्चन को दोनों तरीके से I'll tell you. उसके बाद it is given, it is redeemable after 12 years. तो life given है 12 years, it means it is a redeemable debenture. Then they have given the debentures will have to be sold at 4% discount. मतलब debentures issue हुए थे 4% discount पे. Then further underwriting commission of 2% on the face value will be paid. So flotation cost is given as 2%. Then they have given tax rate as 30%. Tax दिया है 30%. Okay. After that they have given, we have to calculate cost, after tax cost of issue. And second part of the question also says that what will be the after tax cost if debentures were sold at a premium of rupees 50. Now this question has two parts. पहला, अगर वो डिस्काउंट पे होते तब what is the cost of after tax cost of debt, and second part is if they were issued at premium, then what is the cost of after tax cost of debt. So I will do first the first part. Somebody have calculator ताकि जल्दी से करेंगे. So now it is redeemable debentures. So I am directly putting the formula of after tax, which is R1 minus T plus maturity value minus NP divided by N divided by maturity value plus NP divided by 2 multiplied by 100. So what is R in the question?
11%, ma'am.
11%.
11%. Now I am taking 1000. First I am taking 1000. आप 1000 face value लेके भी you can solve the question. Now 11% of 1000 is
110.
110. 110 brackets 1 minus tax is 30%, 0.30 plus, this is my one bracket, plus maturity value is, nothing is given regarding maturity value, so it remains face value, which is 1000. Net proceeds, how I will calculate net proceeds? They have given if it is issued at discount, discount पे issue हुआ है, then formula will be face value minus discount value minus flotation cost. तो face value was given as 1000, discount is given as 4%, तो आप 1000 का 4% निकालेंगे, how much it is? 40 rupees.
40 ma'am.
So discount is 40. Flotation cost is given as 2%, and I told you it will also be calculated on face value. So 1000 ka 2% is 20 rupees. So minus 20. 1000 minus 40 minus 20 gives you 940.
940.
940.
So net proceeds become 940. N kitna hai? 12 years. This whole divided by 1000 plus 940 divide by 2 multiply by 100. Calculate how much you are getting.
Mom, can you explain me the MV value, mom?
MV MV is maturity value. There is nothing given regarding the maturity value. They have not told whether the debentures were redeemed at par or premium or discount. So I told you, when nothing is mentioned, then you always assume that it is being redeemed at par itself. Similarly for issue also, agar if nothing is mentioned that whether it is issued at par, premium or discount, like in this question it was mentioned it was issued at discount. If nothing was mentioned, then we always assume that things have happened at par only.
Ma'am, 8.45%.
The entire result is 8.45%. Okay, have you understood this? Now very important part, students, what mistake usually students make is, यहाँ पर तो 1000 लिख रहे हैं, यहाँ पर they will take values of 30 lakhs. No. Okay, this is what we did if we have calculated with the individual per debenture cost. Now I will show you if we take the total debenture cost. अगर 30 lakhs लेते तब आंसर कितना आता? I'll just show you. Somebody have calculator. We'll again apply the same formula, R1 minus T plus MV minus NP divided by N, MV plus NP divided by 2 multiply by 100. Now R कितना आएगा यहाँ पे? If you see the question, R was 11%.
330 ma'am.
3,30,000.
30 lakhs का 11% we will take. 30 lakhs का 11% if you are taking is 3,30,000 into tax remains same, plus now maturity value will be 30 lakhs because that was a face value. Now how to calculate NP? NP same formula, face value minus discount value minus flotation cost. Face value kitna hai? 30 lakh minus discount in the question was given as 4%. So 4% of 30 lakhs if I take
2880
1,20,000, ma'am.
sorry.
3 is 12, 1,20,000. So discount will be 1,20,000 minus flotation cost 2% tha. That also we will take on this only face value. 30 lakh ka 2% will be 60,000.
60,000.
60,000. Now 30 lakhs minus 1,20,000 minus 60, how much it will be?
28
2820 ma'am.
lakhs 20,000.
28,20,000. So 28,20,000 is my net proceeds. So 28,20,000 divided by N remains 12 only. 12 years was given in the question. यहाँ पर देखो 12 years was given. So I am taking 12 only. तो यहाँ पे 12. This whole divided by, again maturity value is 30 lakh plus 28,20,000 divided by 2 multiply by 100. अब देखो कितना आंसर आता है. Everybody should have calculator. Everybody should solve, guys. Somebody tell me what will be the answer.
8.45, ma'am.
Okay, now if you see, again I am getting 8.45%. If I took the whole amount, then also 8.45. If you have taken per debenture amount, then also 8.45. Nothing will change. Okay, you can take anything, but only remember, if you are taking maturity, if you are taking whole amount, then take everything on whole amount. Interest also, maturity value also, net proceed also. If you are taking per debenture, then take everything per debenture. यहाँ पर interest is also per debenture, maturity value also per debenture, net proceed also per debenture. और यहाँ पर if I have taken whole, then interest is also on the whole amount, maturity value whole amount, net proceed whole amount. Is this clear, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now moving towards the next part of the question. Next part of the question said that suppose instead of discount, if debentures were sold at a premium of 50 rupees. अगर वो premium पे होते, then what we have to do? So this main formula remains the same. Now maybe the calculations will differ. Now we will do if it was issued at a premium. So R remains the same, 11% of 1000, which is 110. 1 minus tax was 0.30 plus maturity value पे भी there will no effect, it remains 1000. NP पे it will be affected. If it is sold at a premium, then the formula of net proceed becomes face value plus premium minus flotation cost. तो face value 1000 है, premium they have given wholesome amount which is 50 rupees, minus flotation cost कितना था, flotation cost 2%. Again I
20
will
rupees.
calculate on face value itself, which was 2% of 1000, which is 20. So abhi net proceed becomes 1000 plus 50 minus 20, so it becomes 1030.
1030.
So it is 1030 divided by n remains the same, 12. Then this becomes 1000 plus 1030 divided by 2 multiplied by 100. Now abhi when you will calculate, this becomes, I want to show you this entire 110 multiplied by 0.7. It will give you 77 plus. Now 1000 minus 130, it will give you minus 30 divided by 12. Okay, so 30 divided by 12 gives us 2.5. This is minus answer. यहाँ पर आएगा minus 2.5 divided by 1015 multiplied by 100. अभी ये minus में है, so we will minus it. So 77 minus 2.5 gives you 74.5
74.5.
divided by 1015 multiplied by 100. तो कितना आंसर आएगा?
7.33.
7.33.
So 7.33. Understood? If it was premium, so we used a different formula to net proceeds. If it was discount, we used a different formula. This was the two different concepts. अभी कुछ doubt है तो ask me.
Ma'am?
Hmm.
Ma'am, can this premium be calculated on 30 lakhs also, ma'am?
हाँ, premium can be calculated on 30 lakhs.
Okay.
How we will calculate now? For example, see in the question they have given you 50 rupees. 50 rupees means it was for one debenture. Okay. If you remember, we did here, if total value is 30 lakhs and one debenture is of 1000, means totally you have sold 3000 debentures. If one debenture is sold at 50 rupees premium, so 3000 multiplied by 50, the total premium becomes
1,50,000.
1,50,000. So we will add 1,50,000 there. Got it? If it was percentage, directly you can take a percentage of 30 lakh and directly we can take a percentage of 1000. But here they have given per debenture premium. So that is why we multiplied with the number of debenture. Number of debenture 3000 sir. So we multiplied with 3000.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Can we take a break of 5 minutes?
Yes, ma'am.
We'll take a break. I'll just by that time find out one more question in which maturity value should also be affected. You can just have a break of 5 minutes, have water, and then we'll start again. Okay, so everybody is back now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so proceeding first, Karthik has a question. So Karthik, the question number second, second, I just open the question. So the question number second says, face value of 10 years debenture is rupees 100. So face value is 100. N becomes your 10. Karthik, are you there? Or I'm just explaining. Karthik, is some audio problem? We're not able to hear you. Can you just text Karthik? Are you there available? Okay, let's proceed. Okay. So question number second says face value of 10 years debenture. So 10 years, N become your 10. Face value is 100. Issue price is 90. So that 90 means, issue price means they are issued at a discount of 10 rupees. Getting? They are issued at a discount of 10 rupees. So that is why they have written issue price as 90. Rate of interest is 8%. Tax rate is given as 50%. Now your R will be 8% of 100 rupees, which is 8. Maturity value will be 100 rupees only because they have not mentioned anything regarding redemption. Net proceed will be 90 rupees because they have not given any flotation cost here. Okay. And tax rate is 50%. So like this you have to solve. Issue price is nothing but it means if it is 90 means it was issued at a discount. If issue price was 110 means it is issued at a premium. So Karthik, can you tell us, have you understood this thing?
Ma'am, can you repeat, ma'am, issue price?
Can everybody see question number 2? Let me do
Yes,
fast
ma'am.
here. One second. In question number 2, it is given that face value is 100 rupees. They have given issue price is 90 rupees. Issue price is nothing, but it means your net proceeds. If it is 90 rupees means it is issued at discount, face value minus discount. I told you, no, something if it is 10 rupees and if it is given at 9 rupees means it is issued at discount. So something which was of 100 rupees, it is being issued at 90 means it is issued at a discount. So they have directly given face value minus discount karke directly they have given. So this is 90 minus flotation cost. Now flotation cost is not there in the question. So my NP becomes 90 directly. Okay. Rate of interest was 8%. Tax was given as 50%. And life was given as 10 years. So now applying in the formula, R is 8% of 100, which becomes 8. 1 minus 0.50 plus maturity value will be 100. Net proceeds will be 90. N will be 10 divided by 100 plus 10 divided by 2 multiply by 100. This is how you have to calculate. Any other doubts? Can I proceed? Any other doubts? Can you please let me know?
No, ma'am, you can proceed, ma'am.
Okay. Now see question number 8. Question number 8 says that Shri Synthetic Limited issued 10,000 debentures. The 10,000 was number of debentures. 10,000 debentures, 10 years. This is 10,000 is number of debentures. For 10 years they have issued. Okay. At 8% interest. And per debenture cost is per debenture face value is 100 rupees. So 100 rupees is a face value. And they were issued at a discount of 4%. Okay. Then it was given under the terms of debenture trust. These debentures are redeemed after 10 years at a premium of 5%. Now these debentures are redeemed at 5% premium. Cost of issue they have given as 2%. Tax is given as 30%. Question says you have to calculate before tax cost of capital also, after tax cost of capital also. Both we have to calculate in this question. Now proceeding with the solution. We will write down the formula first. First we'll calculate after tax because that is most important. After tax निकालते हैं r minus 1 minus t plus maturity value minus net proceeds divided by n, the whole divided by maturity value plus net proceeds divided by 2 multiplied by 100. So this is the formula which we used to do. Now R kitna hoga? Face value is 100 rupees. R is 8%. So 8% of 100 gives you 8. Tax is 30%. So 1 minus 0.30 plus. Abhi maturity value. As you remember, while doing the thing, this concept I told you, maturity can also happen at par, premium or discount. In this question, maturity has happened on premium. So if maturity has happened on premium, what is the formula? Formula was face value plus premium amount. So going back to the question. So going back to the question, this is maturity value will be, because it has happened on premium, so maturity value will be face value plus premium amount. Premium amount is 5% and I told you everything has to be calculated on your face value. So face value is 100 plus 5% of 100 is 5.
5.
So it becomes 105. So maturity value ho jayega 105 minus net proceeds. Net proceeds, it has happened on, issued on discount. तो net proceed का formula होगा for discount is face value minus discount value minus flotation cost. तो face value 100 है, discount value was 4%. तो 4% of 100 is 4 rupees minus flotation cost is 2%. So 2% also you have to calculate on face value, it is 2. So 100 minus 4 minus 2 gives you
94.
94. So net proceed हो जाएगा 94 divided by n given है 10 years, whole divided by 105 plus 94 divide by 2 multiply by 100. Calculate करो कितना आएगा.
$6.4, ma'am.
So final answer we are getting as 6.4%. This is after tax. Okay. Now the question was also, it want before tax also. Before tax करना है तो क्या करना है? You have to just remove this one. You have to just remove this. Then you will get before tax. Rest all things remains the same. This is after tax. KD after tax is 6.4%. Now KD before taxes with this formula. I've just removed 1 minus T here and whatever you will get that will be KD before tax. कितना आएगा बताना somebody.
9.14, ma'am.
9.14. So this is KD before tax. Have you understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I think now debentures are over. Only one thing is irredeemable debenture का भी one question. I don't know. One second, I just find out one question. Okay, question number
Ma'am,
5th. Can you see question number 5th, guys?
the previous answer is 6.7, I think. It's not
Okay,
true.
whatever you said, I have written.
Yes,
6.4,
ma'am.
6.7. Now see question number 7th, guys.
Seventh one over.
7th कर लिया क्या? Wait, not question number 7th. And question number 5th. Sorry. Question number 5th. Question number 5th. They have given X Limited issued 5,000 debentures. So 5,000 was number of debentures. Then they have given 7% debenture. So 7% is your rate of interest. Then they have given 100 rupees each. So 100 rupees is your face value. Issued at a discount of 5%. So 5% is discount. Cost of issue means flotation cost. It is given. One second. Flotation cost, it is given as 2%. What will be the after tax if tax rate is given as 60%? Now this is question number 5th. Now guys, they will not give you means question can be in any manner. Maybe the question is like the question number 5th. They have not given you whether it is redeemable debenture or it is irredeemable debenture. You guys have to find out it. Now in this question there is no life given. N दिया ही नहीं है 10 years, 5 years, 12 years like it was given for all the questions which we have done till now. So life is not given here. Now, whenever life is not given, it means it is irredeemable debenture. You remember? I told you in the initial first class, this when I was starting, I told you that irredeemable debentures does not have life; they only have issue. Okay, so that is why there will be no maturity value when we talk about irredeemable debentures, because वो कभी mature होते ही नहीं है. They are never matured. Okay, so now KD after tax for irredeemable debentures will be, formula will be R1 minus T divided by net proceeds into 100. This is a formula to calculate irredeemable debentures. जब life नहीं हो, there is no life given. Okay, so R is 7%. Face value पे निकालेंगे. 100 का 7% is 7 rupees. So it is 7. 1 minus tax is 0.60. Net proceed in the same manner we will calculate because it is issued at a discount. So same formula, face value minus discount minus flotation cost we will put. Face value कितना है? 100 rupees. Discount was 5%. तो 5% 100 का निकालेंगे 5. Flotation cost is 2%. तो 2% of 100 का निकालेंगे 2. So 100 minus 7 gives you 93. So it is divided by 93 into 100. How much it will be?
$3.07, ma'am.
3.07%. So this is cost of irredeemable debentures. Any doubts still here?
No, ma'am.
Okay, no doubts. So shall we proceed further now? Cost of debentures done?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So now moving towards the next part of my capital. Next part is calculation of cost of preference shares. Okay, the difference between equity shares and preference shares is, as the name suggests, preference shares are given preference when it comes to the distribution of dividend, when it comes to the distribution of assets. Okay, but they are restricted on certain we can say voting rights, certain rights which are given to equity shareholders, but it is not given to the preference shareholders. Equity shares are the true owners of the company. Preference shares are not considered to be the true owners of the company. So this is basic difference between equity and preference shares. Now, because preference share is also part of our capital structure, so you also have to calculate what is the cost of preference shares. Now, moving further, preference shares are also of two types. One is redeemable preference shares and other is irredeemable preference shares. Means redeemable means, one second. When we talk about redeemable, again, which has certain life, irredeemable means which has no life. Fine. Now, when I talk about redeemable preference shares, first of all, it is denoted as KP now. K stands for cost of capital. Now, because I'm talking about preference shares, it will be written as P here. We'll write down as KP here. Okay. So, the formula to calculate redeemable preference shares will be KP is equal to D plus MV minus NP divided by N, the whole divided by MV plus NP divided by 2 into 100. Okay, it is exactly same what you have done for debentures. Only difference is there we were writing R, here we are writing D. Why? Because debentures get interest and shareholders get
Dividend.
Dividend.
shareholders get dividend. So that is why we write down dividend D here. Okay, this is one difference. Other very important difference is when we this formula which we have written for preference shares, this formula is actually already after tax. Okay, this is actually already after tax. Why? Because when we talk about dividend is given to preference shareholders only after paying the taxes. Tax pay करने के बाद you give the dividend. So this dividends which you get on shares is not a taxable income. It does not come on taxable income. So that is the reason this entire formula is already after tax. No need to do 1 minus t here. Are you getting? Here we don't have to do 1 minus t because dividends which you get on shares is not a taxable amount. After paying the taxes, government company pays the preference dividend to preference shares or equity shares. Got it, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
this formula is after tax, and for irredeemable, same again. Sorry, delete there. It is P KP. It will be D divided by net proceeds into 100. This is also after tax. No need to do after 1 minus t because it is already after tax. Fine. I'm not doing any question of cost of preference shares because we are anyhow running short of time. And the questions need to be done exactly same manner, exactly same thing, same formula to calculate maturity value if it happened in par, premium, discount. Same formula for net proceeds if it has happened par, premium, discount. Same thing to calculate flotation cost. Everything is exactly same. कोई difference नहीं है उसमें. Fine, please try doing yourself because very important thing in this chapter is calculation of WACC, which is weighted average cost of capital. For doing weighted average cost of capital, you should be very clear about this concept. That is why I'm teaching you these things. Okay, this is done. Now, one more thing. Kabhi kabar if the examiner, they don't know the mindset, sometimes they ask you even before tax. तो ये तो after tax है. In case question comes, calculate cost of preference shares before tax. Now this is already after tax. इसको before tax कैसे करेंगे? Now how to do the before tax? KP after tax multiply by 1 divided by 1 minus T. Opposite कर दो. Are you getting? See, this is very rarely it is asked, but still I have to teach you. If in case they ask you to do KP before tax, तो before tax कैसे निकालेंगे? KP after tax multiply by 1 divided by 1 minus T. You have to do in this manner. You will get cost of preference shares before tax. Is this clear, guys? For both, you
Yes, ma'am.
can use the same formula. Whether it is redeemable, whether it is irredeemable, पहले after tax निकालो with the help of these two formulas, then multiply by 1 divide by 1 minus T. You will easily get KP before tax. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Now moving towards the third type of capital structure, capital thing, which is equity we have. So now we will calculate cost of equity share capital. Now since we are talking about equity share, it is denoted as KE. K stands for cost of capital, E stands for equity share. So cost of equity capital. Now coming towards cost of equity, there are certain different formulas depending upon what information is being given in the question. We'll do some formulas. First formula is, which is known as dividend yield method. Now dividend yield method, using this method, how to calculate cost of equity? The formula for this is DPS divided by MP into 100. Now what is DPS? Is dividend per share. Okay, but please remember, always you have to take current dividend per share. Okay, here we always take as current dividend per share. 1 second, guys, hold on. Okay, so DPS stands for dividend per share, but always you have to take current dividend here. Then MP stands for current market price of the share. Fine, this is a formula. If dividend yield you have to use, if dividend is given, then we use this formula. Second formula is earning yield method. Now the formula to calculate earning yield is EPS divided by market price into 100. Now EPS stands for earnings per share. Okay, so EPS stands for earning per share, and MP again it stands for current market price of share. Is that fine? These are the two
Yes, ma'am.
methods which we have done. Now the third method, which is a little important and which usually comes, actually the third method is dividend yield plus growth in dividend method. Okay, so what is the formula for this is KE is dividend per share divided by market price into 100. This remains same, plus G you have to do, and G here stands for growth rate. Fine. Now moving further, one thing which is very important for you is, as I have told you, DPS is always current dividend. Current इस साल का dividend होता है. Now suppose in the question current dividend is not given. Okay, then how to calculate current dividend? If suppose dividend for last year if it was given, then how you will calculate current dividend? The formula to calculate current dividend is D0 1 plus G. D0 stands for previous year dividend. G stands for growth rate. Is this fine? This DPS is always current dividend which you have to take. If current dividend is not given, if they have given it was a previous year dividend, then you have to convert it into the current year. And how to convert it into current year? This is a formula to convert it into current year. Is that fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So कुछ questions करते हैं. These are the basically 3 methods. 2-3 methods और हैं, but that doesn't comes in your syllabus, so we'll not waste much time on that. Let me find out the questions. Now, if you see question number 16th, I think from question number 16th, it starts equity shares. So let's do that. So question number 16 says that current market price of rupees 10, equity share is rupees 15. Question number 16, it is given that current market price of rupees 10 equity share is rupees 15. Now can you tell me what is rupees 10 and what is rupees 15 here?
15 is the market price, ma'am.
Yes.
And
10 is
15
face
your
value, ma'am.
current
15 is
face
market
value.
price.
Yes, 10
Yeah.
is your face value and 15 is your market price. So we always take only market price. We are bothered about market price here only. So we will take rupees 15. After that, they have given dividend per share is rupees 1.50. Dividend per share is given as 1.50. Now they have mentioned that current price is this. So dividend also we can assume here current. If there is no information mentioned, then take it as current only. Growth in dividend they have given as 5%. Calculate cost of equity. Now, depending upon what information which is given in the question, you have to use the formula. They will not give you that you have to use this formula or that formula. Depending upon what information is given in the question, you have to use the formula. So because this question में growth rate है, so we will use the growth rate formula, which is dividend per share divided by market price into 100 plus G. ठीक है? So dividend per share was 1.50, market price was 15 into 100. Entire you have to solve. Because this entire is also in percentage, growth rate also directly you can take as 5%. So I think this will be 10. 1.5 divided by 15 into 100 कितना होगा? 10 होगा.
Yes, ma'am.
So because it is multiplied by 100, it is 10% divided by, plus 5%. So total your cost of equity becomes 15%. Have you understood this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, if you have understood, we will quickly move to the
Ma'am,
next.
what's the price of what's 10 rupees and 15 rupees, ma'am?
10 is the face value.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, every share, every debenture, every preference shares, they have a face value. Face value means the original values on which they were originated, or on which they were given to the public for the IPOs initially they were offered at 10 rupees, but now because of the market's ups and downs, the market value of shares changes. So that 15 rupees is current price, current in market, what is the price which is prevailing for your share, that is known as market value. So 15 is the market price and 10 was the original face value. Just for a confusion they have given, we don't want face value, we always want this market price. Okay. And one very important thing, why they give face value in some questions, because in some questions they will give you percentage of dividend instead of giving amount. Like इस question में they have given you 1.50 rupees, उन्होंने rupees दिया था. For example, they would have given 2% dividend. So dividend 2% if it is given, it has to be calculated again on face value. Face value पे dividend, face value पे interest we have to calculate. So that is the reason they usually give face value also. Have you understood now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let me do one more question to make it more clear. We can do question number 17th also. 17th they have both the methods they have asked. Question number 17th they want with dividend yield also, they want earning yield also, they have specifically mentioned. So question says that A Limited has issued 2000 equity shares of rupees 10 each. So 10 is now, sorry, of rupees 100 each. So 100 is your face value of shares. The company has earned a profit of rupees 20,000. Company का profit है 20,000. Okay. Number of shares company has is 2000. Then they have given market price of shares is rupees 160. On these shares, dividend is being paid at rupees 8 per share. Okay. So now, first of all, we will use dividend yield method. Now, if we use dividend yield method, formula was KE के लिए formula था DPS divided by market price into 100. So dividend per share is 8 rupees. Market price was 160 into 100. कितना आता?
5%, ma'am.
5%. So it is 5%. Now coming towards the earning yield method. Formula was earning per share divided by market price into 100. The earning per share, how much it is? When I want to calculate for one share, how much I have earned. So this is my total earnings. This is my total profits means your earnings. So your total earnings is 20,000. If I divide my total earnings by my number of shares, will I get my earning per share?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
If we divide our total earnings by number of shares, we'll get earning per share. So total earning was given as 20,000. Number of share was 2000. So means per share I'm earning 10 rupees. So earning per share is 10. Market price remains 160 into 100. You will get your cost of equity with the help of earning yield method. कितना आएगा?
6.25%.
6.25%. So this is how we use these methods to calculate cost of equity share. Is that fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now quickly we will do cost of retained earnings so that the basics of cost of capital will be completed, and tomorrow we can directly move to weighted average cost of capital. और weighted average cost of capital करेंगे तो
Ma'am,
हाँ बोलो.
EPS can be also calculated by 2000 into 100 face value shares divided by 20,000, no, ma'am?
Yeah, that is also same. No. But profits, we
Yes,
don't know.
ma'am.
How do you came to know about that? That profit is 10 rupees. How do you came to know about that?
Ma'am, 2000 into 100, ma'am.
2000 into 100 is how much? 2 lakhs.
2 lakh divided by 20,000. It will come
So
to 10,
yeah,
no, ma'am.
that also you can calculate in that manner. But this is actually easy and simple way to calculate same this. Total earnings divide by number of shares only. Actually, we use this. This is actually formula. That is not the formula to calculate earning per share.
Okay, ma'am.
I think
Okay.
that the number may be correct, ma'am, but method is wrong.
Method is wrong. Answer what is coming is correct, but the method of calculating is wrong. There is a specific thing. If I want to know per share, earning per share, I will do. This is only basic formula which we can apply. No, the total earnings which I get, and if I divide by number of shares, I'll get my earning per share. We should use this formula only. That is not a
Okay.
formula to calculate, Ravi. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
So last is cost of retained earnings. Now, as you remember, I have told you that when we talk about cost of capital, in our capital structure, there are basically four things, which is my debentures or bonds, same thing. For bond also, same formula we use as we have done for debentures. Okay, and then we have preference shares, we have done, then we have equity shares, we have done. And last thing which comes in capital structure, that is your retained earnings or your reserve and surplus. Now, what do you mean by this retained earnings? Retained means which you have kept yourself. Earning means your profit. So that part of profit which is not distributed as dividend, rather it is being retained by the company with themselves for further or future use, that is known as retained earnings. जो अर्निंग्स कंपनी अपने पास रख लेती है, डिस्ट्रीब्यूट नहीं करती, जो पार्ट्स ऑफ प्रॉफिट्स, उस पार्ट्स ऑफ प्रॉफिट्स को रिटेन्ड अर्निंग्स बोलते हैं. I know only two language, so I have spoken in two language. Now,
It is also called as reserves, ma'am.
yeah, that is known as reserves or retained earnings. These are the different names which we use for that. Okay, even these retained earnings are are part of equity also. In accounts, when we talk about, if you remember, shareholders fund you guys have done, so that is also because this retained earnings actually belongs to equity people only, equity shareholders only. So that is why somewhere it also known as equity earnings also. Equity also you can call them. Now, how to calculate cost of retained earnings? So there are two formulas. First of all, cost of retained earnings is denoted as KR. R stands for retained earnings, K stands for cost of capital. Now, formula to calculate cost of retained earning is, because retained earnings is part of equity only, so we take cost of equity in this question, KE, 1 minus TP, 1 minus B, sorry. This is the formula to calculate cost of retained earnings. Now TP stands for personal tax which is being paid by the equity shareholders. So personal income tax, TP stands for personal tax. B stands for brokerage. Okay, so this is a formula to calculate cost of retained earnings if capital gain tax is not given. अगर question में capital gain tax is not there, then you will use this formula. Second part is if capital gain tax is there. If capital gain tax is there, then what we do is we just shit. Guys, give me 1 minute or something happened to my device. Okay, if capital gain tax is not there, what we do is we actually divide it by 1 minus TC also. TC stands for capital gain tax. 1 second, I'll just on the device and I'll show you. Okay, B stands KR, we are talking about retained earnings. So it is KE, which is your cost of equity, into 1 minus TP. TP stands for your personal tax. Then 1 minus B. B stands for your brokerage. So this is a formula to calculate retained earnings. And if in case there is capital gain tax also given in the question, so we have to just divide this formula by 1 minus TC. Don't worry, I'll do cost of retained earnings tomorrow also. I'll do one question of retained earnings showing you the formula again. Is that fine?
Yes, ma'am.
So by
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
then you guys do the questions related to cost of debt, cost of preference shares, cost of equity. Okay, and you just solve the questions. Any doubts you can ping me personally, I'll reply you. And tomorrow we'll start with the main questions which will actually come, that is weighted average cost of capital. For doing weighted average, we have to do this concept also. So that is the reason we did this entire thing. I hope you have understood now, FM.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so because we should not waste energy of yours also and mine also, so I'll just request Ravi and Grishma, if you can just take a feedback after the class from your friends, that is this mode of teaching, are they fine, so we can proceed it with this way, or otherwise if you want something else, I can also go to college and on the board, if you want, I can go to the physical their classroom and do that also. So just let me know what you guys want. If this is fine, we can proceed with this also. This is the way actually I also teach POR to the B section. So they were fine, so I also thought we will also do in the same manner.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much. Ravi and Grishma, please take, yeah, tell me.
Ma'am, can you please share the recording of
Yes,
today,
yes,
ma'am?
of course. I'll share every day. I'll share the recordings. Don't worry about that. It will
Okay, ma'am.
take
Thank
10
you.
minutes, 10-15 minutes, because it is 2 hours. So after 10-15 minutes, when it will be downloaded, I'll share it with you guys.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Ravi Krishna, please take an attendance because I need to submit the attendance to sir. Okay?
1 minute, ma'am. Don't end the meeting.
Okay.